Welcome to the BetMoorSports podcast. I'm your host, Avery Fuller, with my co-host, Stephen Trotman Bay, a.k.a.
The Guru.
And it's week 16 in the NFL. It's all types of greatness going on in the NBA. I'm loving it. Week 16 was crazy. I don't know if y'all was watching it, but it was definitely crazy. It was
15.
Huh?
15.
I said 16?
16.
I do that every week. Yeah, week 15 was crazy. It was off the chain. It was record-breaking, all types of stuff going on. So we're going to get into that. Let's jump into the Nets scoring 91 points in the first half. Guru, that's unacceptable. What's your thoughts?
I mean, it's acceptable. I don't know if you was tuned into the BetMoorSports website, and I had my best bet in that game with Brooklyn over 118 points for the total game.
Damn.
Them niggas had 91 points at halftime. I said, boy, this is a dead ball lie. I can go to sleep at the third quarter.
Straight up, 91 points. I saw that. I was like, who the hell is playing defense?
Golden State hurt right now. They banged up. They not playing defense. They just out there.
Clearly. But you
running.
would think, I know Steph got that much of an impact, but you would think that players like Clay would take the opportunity to capitalize on it. You know what I'm saying? Because
he tried. But they was on the second night of a back-to-back, too. And Clay don't usually play on second nights of the back-to-back, so he had to play. And he should have just went on ahead and rested because no need to put him out there and take that ass whooping that they took.
Straight up, because at the time they dropped that 91, they was up 40. At that point, I probably would have just set them down anyway. Like, it's pointless.
Yeah, Clay played bad that game. He played bad. They got beat by 40 the night before to the Knicks.
God. Speaking of the Knicks. Listen, Guru, you got the Knicks and the Giants, and they rolling right now. Ooh.
Yeah, it's good for sports, man. New York always good for sports, man.
Yeah.
But, I don't get too high, especially on the Knicks. Knicks ain't won nothing. The Giants, I can't say the same. We done won the Super Bowl every decade.
Yeah. I mean,
since the 80s.
Yeah, y'all definitely won this. Y'all got y'all record books, if that makes sense. I don't know exactly where the Knicks going, but
we're looking good.
It's crazy because
did you see the video that Cameron did?
No.
I gotta send that to you, man.
Yeah,
Niggas disrespected over Spike Lee.
Oh my gosh. Cameron is, you talking about rapper Harlem?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, disrespected over Spike Lee, man. It did Spike dirty, man. But we might show that clip on this podcast.
Yeah. Tune in. Tune in. Absolutely. I gotta see that. Jalen Brunson at first was a questionable asset. You know what I'm saying? And now he is showing his worth. What's the difference in that? Like what's making him stand out so well now?
I don't know, right? Personally, I honestly still I don't think he's that good, right? But he shows and proves on this level, and it's like, damn.
Every time.
Was the Guru wrong about this guy? Like, the man is out there getting 30 when I don't see that in Jalen Brunson. I didn't see it at Villanova. I don't think that's his game, but he's been effective, especially in his winning streak.
It's crazy because it seemed like that he made some adjustments when transitioning from.
What did he do?
I don't know, but I think a big part of it might be he got the ball in his hand all the time.
Because he played really in Luka's shadow, but you can tell the difference. And even in Dallas, Dallas is below 500 without Jalen Brunson. They don't even look like the same team.
Yeah, it was questioned whether he should get that $100 million, and he right now
he earning it. I will say that he earning his money.
New York looked like some geniuses.
He even got Julius Randle playing better basketball because I was sick of his shit too.
Oh man, I love that shit, boy. I love it. All right. Let's jump right into the NFL, man. Listen, week 15 was full of shit.
Hold on. 1 second. Before you jump into the NFL, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about Trae Young situation?
So break it down.
They say he He beefing with the coach. His teammates don't like him. You didn't see the other week, the man didn't show up to the game because he had an argument with the coach.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like, as a former coach and as a basketball player, how do you feel when a star player on your team says, "Fuck my teammates, me and the coach beefing, I ain't gonna even show up to the game"?
It's crazy because you would think that as a professional you would be beyond that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you would know how to communicate, and you would know how. Simply, if you don't want to be here, you know what steps to take to
right.
Step
so
away.
What do ownership do about your best player? Well, really, I don't even know if he's the best player on the team no more with DeJounte Murray on the team.
Right.
Not even sure if he's any longer the best player on the team.
Right.
But still, he is your franchise player.
100%.
Right. How do you handle that situation? Because I know me as a teammate, if you say, "Bro, I ain't show up to the game because me and the coach beefing," I ain't trying to hear that shit.
Yeah,
And we losing? Nah, hell no.
It's one of those things where, number one, I'll package his ass up and ship him.
Yeah, you can get good value for him.
Especially right now. And especially to a team like the Lakers. I'm just saying, they ain't got shit to do with being a Laker fan.
But they do need him.
But we need them. You know what I'm saying?
They definitely need him.
And I would package his ass up and see if I can get some first-round picks for him and maybe a compliment to DeJounte Murray or something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I am not going to get what he's worth back as far as a player. But if I can put something together, a package together that equals his worth, then it becomes something to talk about. But that's not healthy for the locker room. That's not.
No, not at all.
Like, it's crazy. If you're a player in any sport and you don't respect your coach, and it's not where the team don't respect the coach, it's where you specifically don't respect the coach, then that's a you problem.
Right, and your teammates, like.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
Damn, what you got going on with the coach, bro? We here together and you ain't. Nah, hell no.
Hey, it ain't a brotherhood to that degree when it's a problem.
Right.
And it's especially if it's a problem beyond repair. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's hard to tell, but listen, sometimes people get ahead of themselves. You know what I'm saying? He the best player, or the biggest asset, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Beyond basketball, but you ain't that big. Ain't nobody that big.
Can't be bigger than the team.
Never. Never. Whew. All right. Let's get to this record-breaking weekend in the NFL. Saturday, Guru, I was sitting down. I was watching the game with the Colts and the Vikings. First half, as a 49er fan, we root for the Vikings to lose because, they lose, we move in number 2. So we like, yes, let's do it. It's 33-0. 33-0. I'm like, ooh, we now. In the back of my head, though, I'm thinking to myself, like, well, the Vikings done made some miraculous comebacks this year. You know what I'm saying?
And Matt Ryan done gave up some miraculous comebacks.
Matt Ryan got some on record. And so,
in the biggest game of his career.
And it was only halftime. And while, the record was a 32-point comeback one time in the history, and it ain't been close. The closest has been like 27. So I'm looking at 33-0. And I'm also saying Indianapolis can still score and add to their joint. You know what I'm saying? As bad as Minnesota was playing. But I tell you, to look at my phone while I'm driving down the street and see the score is 36-28. And then these dudes score a touchdown. I was looking at myself like, what the hell just happened?
Right.
That's the biggest fumble in NFL history, literally, right? Tell me, does this change the way you feel about the Vikings?
As far as what?
As far as the level where they rank in the NFC.
I'm going to tell you where they rank after these Giants catch hold of them Saturday, right? But no, I handicapped the Vikings. And they was down 33-0, and the people was calling the Guru all kind of fools. And When they was down 33-9, I said, look, go straight bet the Vikings right now. The money line them to win the game. They laughed at me. You could have got 1,001 odds. All you had to do was go money line them to win straight up. You don't even need no points.
Yeah, that's
at
crazy.
one time, they was minus 10 points at plus 6,600. At minus 10.
Damn.
And them people won straight up. So they made me out to look like I knew what the hell I was talking about. But they was getting beat bad.
Yeah, they was getting embarrassed.
So I don't really, did you know that Minnesota got the worst defense in the league?
I had no clue. I thought they had a pretty good defense.
They got the absolute worst overall defense in the league, ranked 32nd. And they got the ranked 28th scoring defense in the league. That don't win playoff games. I don't give a damn how many points you can score. That does not win games in January and February if you can't stop nobody.
So Matt Ryan is really trash. He is really trash.
Got a lot to do with Jeff Saturday, too.
Okay, you're right.
And
Because
the offensive coordinator.
it was a point in time where they was in a position to kick a field goal to go up by 2 scores, and they decided to go for it.
Right. And it's a point, you play sports, so you know that momentum is a real thing.
Absolutely.
Right? And once it shifts, the only way you can stop it is by continually playing your game.
Yep.
If you say, we want to run the clock out in hopes that the clock will run out and before these people scoring points, you're going to play yourself into a situation like Indianapolis did, because if you up 33-0, what's the difference in being up 53-0?
Right.
I'm going to beat you until you submit. I'm going to beat you until you say, okay, that's enough. Let me take my quarterback, my top wide receiver, my wide receiver, my running back. Let me take everybody out of the game.
Right.
Right? Until you do that, I'm going to keep applying pressure.
And I would. I'm 100% with you. It's no reason to take a foot off a neck in the event that the game ain't over.
How I get up 33-0 and the score end up 36-36 tied? What was different?
That's amazing.
What adjustments did they make that I can't make? I was up 33-0. Why can't I continuously score? Because I was scoring at ease.
Right.
So evidently your game plan changed to match the game plan of your opponent. Right?
Right. So
you can't win like that.
Instead of trying to win the game, they got content and decided.
Right. And you trying to run the clock out. And them people nah.
I think people
we gonna come back.
I think people are afraid to make mistakes. And so because they're afraid to make mistakes, they take the steps to try to avoid and maintain, but I don't feel like that fixes anything. I feel like that's a mistake.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Keep playing. Again, like you said, ain't no difference between 53-0 and 33-0.
The only difference is once you down 53-0, you like, all right, we can't come back.
Right.
We're going to save y'all for next week. We're going to the playoffs anyway.
Yeah.
Ain't no sense to keep playing.
It's weird. And it's crazy. I'm surprised that Minnesota didn't decide to do that earlier.
Right. No, because you got people on the sideline like Patrick Peterson saying, we don't need but 5 touchdowns. And when you got an offense as explosive as Minnesota, why?
Yeah.
Give up down 33-0, and you playing the Colts.
And you don't need but 5 touchdowns. And to think to myself, all I need is 5 touchdowns, and we just got to stop them from scoring.
Right. But you got to think that the Colts only average 15 points a game. Yeah. So they're way above their average right now. So we can already say it's a good chance they won't score no more.
Yeah.
Because they're well above their average, and we're well below. We average 5 touchdowns a game. So why we can't get them?
Right. That's crazy. I just don't understand how it happened, but it did. And because it happened, it changed the perception of who the Vikings is. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's regular season. It's a regular season perception. But I feel like that they are, Kirk Cousins is a winner. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to put him on no pedestal or nothing like that. But this year alone, he has shown the capacity to win in big moments. And even then, he still don't get credit for it. So I'm going to give him his flowers this week.
You'll be taking them next week.
Hey, playoffs, he might not even get past the first week. So
right.
It is what it is there. It was another game that had historic value to it, I guess. The Raiders win the game. Game was tied. 4 seconds left. Ramondre Stevenson make a run. He pretty much throws the ball backwards to Jacoby Myers. Jacoby Myers, dumbass, decided to go and try to throw the ball back to Mac Jones, for which I don't understand what the hell he expected Mac Jones to do with the ball. Like, so he was going to throw the ball back to Mac Jones, and instead he threw it to John Jones' brother, Chandler Jones, and Chandler Jones took it to the house for the walk-off win. Now, the Raiders been having a lot of losses like this. So, you know,
Nobody's had a loss like this.
What?
They've been having a lot of bad losses, but no loss has been like this.
Not like that per se.
That's the worst. I ain't never seen nothing like that.
They've had a couple of walk-off losses.
I've never seen nothing like that in my history of watching football. Never. Have I seen nothing like that?
For sure. If you the coach, if you Bill Belichick in this situation, who do you blame and what do you do?
I blame myself.
Why?
Because it's 10 seconds left in the game. We playing for overtime.
Mm-hmm.
Kneel the ball. Go to overtime. Why did you call a play if you weren't trying to score?
Yeah, that's true.
So if you call a play and you trying to score and you got playmakers in the wide open field, they're trying to make a play.
Right.
Right? Now, don't get me wrong. Once the play is called and you start running, then the running back's supposed to know that we're not trying to score.
Right.
Get tackled, get my yards, pat my stats. We play overtime.
Right.
Then you pitch the ball to a former quarterback who's playing wide receiver who now thinking, oh, we might can do this.
Oh, my gosh.
But
he was the only person thinking this.
No, evidently Ramondre Stevenson was thinking it too because he pitched it back.
Oh, yeah.
So when he get the ball, obviously he's thinking, oh, yeah, let's do it. But not only did you get the pitch, you took the pitch and you ran 15 yards back, then threw the ball 20 yards back to the quarterback who is not athletic, as if he could catch the ball and launch it back 40 yards down the field. Like, Avery, I've never seen no shit like that in my life.
It's terrible, man, and it's crazy because, like, I ain't even gonna lie, and I hate to be this guy, but it almost looked like Jacoby Myers did that shit on purpose.
It almost looked like both of them did that on purpose, knowing that I had New England on the money line.
That's the worst shit ever.
Because
man.
Realistically, if I'm the coach, I'm kneeling the ball.
Mm-hmm.
We played too good. We've been winning this whole game. Like, this game not even supposed to be close. All right, we get to overtime, but you don't even allow yourself to get to overtime because you done called the play and allowed these people to do that.
Impromptu, on the fly. I don't get it, but it's stupidity for sure.
And the man caught the ball and looked like he was John Jones' brother when he ran through Matt Jones on the way to the end. So he was like, man, you really trying to tackle me and y'all just did this nut-ass shit on national TV?
He made Matt Jones look like a biatch. That's not right.
That's been talking about absolutely.
I don't know.
Total disrespect.
But it definitely would make you think that that was some premeditated, intentional shit.
Yeah, you in Vegas, bro. They say what happened in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Yeah.
Somebody had Vegas on the money line, and it wasn't me.
Yeah.
And if I would have known they was going to do that shit, I would have had Vegas on the money line.
That's crazy. It'd be hard for me to put Vegas on the money line because they just lose so many close games.
It'd be hard for me to put New England on the money line on any other game after I see that that's what y'all capable of doing.
Yeah.
When shit get real.
The G-Men played the Commanders Sunday night. They won that game, but there was some questionable things going on in that game. I I think one of them is a pass interference call that was completely missed. The pass interference was blatant. Like, it's almost as if the defender did it on purpose to get a pass interference call just to make sure it wasn't no touchdown, but they ain't called nothing.
4th down, man. Referees don't call that penalty on 4th down.
Is that logical for them to not make that call?
Yeah, it's logical.
Like that
is it right? No, it's not right.
It was blatant for them.
I thought it was good defense.
Really? I'm put the camera on your ass because
all I saw was a man doing his job.
He got that show up. His job was going there and fuck a nigga up and go back out.
Now he was fitting him for a suit. You know that man was getting married next week.
Oh, man.
So he had to check his chest. If you look at the play, he kind of measured him for a suit. He wrapped his arms around his chest and said, chest 38, waist 32.
Man, that is crazy. But the G-Man ended up at the top. And at the end of the day, I think that was the difference maker. That one defensive pass interference or that one pass interference can't be defined as the reason why they lost the game.
Right.
But it was a good game. You know what I'm saying? Y'all division is looking good. The Commanders fans don't got nothing to be wary about. Y'all doing well, too. It's a big chance that all y'all
was playing the Giants, so y'all weren't expecting to win anyway.
Right, exactly. Boom. Can't beat the G-Men. All right, let's talk about the Cowboys, man. The Dallas Cowboys, Dak Prescott and the Cowboys. Took on the Jacksonville Jaguars, and it was a great game. It was a great game. The Cowboys was up 27 to 10. I'm gonna tell you what I did. I did a live bet, right? My live bet, it was a long shot. I did it on purpose. I bet $5 to win $1,100. I bet this was why the Jacksonville Jaguars was down 27-10. The Detroit Lions was down 10-7, and the Bears was down, I think, 17-3. And I bet that all three of them was going to win.
Yeah, you should have left the Bears out of it.
I know. When I see that, I was like,
you were sold on the Bears though at the beginning of the season.
yeah, absolutely.
And I told you that the Bears would finish in last place in that division.
You said it, absolutely.
I told you that the Detroit Lions was better than the Bears.
But
now you said the Bears was better than the Minnesota Vikings, who won the division.
I still think they're better than the Minnesota Vikings. But I also said Justin Fields was going to be good.
He's all right. He's a good running back playing quarterback.
Sometimes that's all you need.
He's an amazing running back playing quarterback.
That's all you need at time. In this particular game, though, Dak finished the game with a pick six. Jacksonville took it to the house. Zay Jones for the Jags, he showed up big time. And the young boy, I can't think of his name, but the young boy that got the pick six to finish the game, he had like 2 picks and 18 tackles or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Hell of a game.
Hell of a game.
Do you think Jacksonville made a turn?
Jacksonville gonna make the playoffs.
Oh shit, that's deep. I didn't see them as a playoff team, but the turn that they made the same turn the Detroit Lions made.
But Jacksonville gonna win their division.
That only make things more interesting.
Cause they're gonna get a home playoff game, which is crazy. You got Indianapolis in that division. You got Houston in that division.
Oh my!
You got Tennessee, who just lost their starting quarterback for the season, and then you got Jacksonville that won 4 out of their last 6 games.
Well, yeah. When you say that out loud like that, it makes perfect sense. They're gonna win the division.
If Jacksonville finish out this game against the Jets, which they upset 16-3 right now,
yeah,
they're in good position. All they got to do is win out.
All right. I mean, I guess what more can you really ask for from them? Because Trevor Lawrence is showing he was a number 1 pick right now. It took him a while, but he figured it out.
I mean, like I said, a lot of that goes with coaching. You got Doug Peterson, who done won the Super Bowl, who played backup quarterback in the NFL for years.
Yeah.
So he know what it takes to get the best out of his players.
Let me ask you this, Guru. At this point in time, who you taking? Aaron Rodgers or Dak Prescott?
At any point in time, Aaron Rodgers.
Okay. Because it's crazy how, people speak so highly of Dak. But I don't know if Dak is worth what he's paid.
No. At this point, I don't know if any of them are worth what they paid.
Yeah. I definitely know Tony Pollard should have had Zeke check.
Right.
For sure.
His time coming.
Definitely. It's definitely due. All right, look, let's take our first break. I need some water. You at home, get you some water too, because it's good for you. We'll take our first break. We got more NFL coming up. BetMoorSports will be back. Welcome back to the BetMoorSports podcast. I'm your host, Avery Fuller, with my co-host, Stephen Troutman Bay, a.k.a.
The Guru.
And it's week 16 in the NFL, and we're talking about week 15, of course, because week 15 was such an epic week. I'm just loving every second of it. Before we left, we were talking about Dallas, and now that we're here, let's get to my boys. San Francisco, we got the Washington Commanders this week. I'm only talking about that because Chase Young is back. Chase Young make his season debut against San Francisco. I don't know how much of a difference it's going to make. I don't know what the game plan is for San Francisco, if we're going to sit players or whatever. All I know is I'm looking forward to Saturday, Christmas Eve football. Guru, you think it's going to be a substantial difference with Chase Young being back for the Commanders?
Substantial difference? No. But I do want to say Merry Christmas to everybody, man, and Happy New Year. In case you don't see us again until the new year, which you probably won't, except on the Guru and the Swami. Yeah. Oh, no, you might see us one more time.
Or just watch us on YouTube.
Or watch us over and over again.
Exactly.
However, substantial difference, no. I think he upgrades the defense in the pass rush tremendously. Mm-hmm. But that's about it. But they've been saying he's been coming back for the last 4 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
And he ain't made an appearance yet. So I'm not ready to pencil him in the lineup for this week until I see him on the field.
He might not make the cut.
Nah, he might not, man. But you know how that go.
Absolutely. It was some close games, too, amongst some of the juggernauts in the league. The Eagles beat the Bears, I think, 25-20. And that game was close. It was a one-possession game for a significant amount of time. And Jalen Hurts couldn't get the ball in the end zone in the air. He actually had to run it. Do you think that the Bears exposed anything about the Eagles? If so, what?
Nah, I just think the Eagles came out flat, played a bad game. They still covered the point spread. So
you think they might have kind of downplayed to the competition?
It happens, especially when you're looking ahead to a game like Dallas next week. Mm-hmm. You know, it happens.
Yeah. Speaking of which, they do got Dallas next week, but they won't have. Week. Oh, this week, yeah, absolutely. But they won't have Jalen Hurts. Do you think that hurts them against Dallas, or do you think that Dallas is just Dallas and they still probably going to win?
I'm not sure 100% because the line is still 5, right? It's only 5, Dallas -5. And if you recall, Dallas played the first game without Dak Prescott. Mm-hmm. So you had Cooper Rush, and it's kind of like the roles reversed.
Right, 100%.
You know, so I don't know. What I will say is that, you know, for weeks and weeks and weeks, we was talking about how good that Dallas defense was, and that doesn't appear to be the case. Like, for the last 2 weeks, they don't look like a good defense.
Michael Parsons looked like Michael Parsons, but at this point,
He don't even look like Michael Parsons. They're not getting any pressure. They haven't had a sack in the last 2 games. I don't think.
Well, that's.
And you played against Jacksonville without their top 2 tackles. And you played against the Houston Texans.
One thing I can tell you for sure, that don't win in the playoffs.
But they don't win in the playoffs, so that's not.
Oh yeah, yeah, they don't win in the playoffs. I feel like something was discovered from a defensive standpoint where the Bears took away the air and forced Jalen Hurts to run. And in return, Jalen Hurts is injured, which you got running quarterbacks. They take enough hits, they're going to get injured. Right. I seen a hit when he got injured because he got hit hard. You know what I'm saying?
Well, he didn't really get hit hard. It's just that when he landed with all of his body
right, exactly.
On his shoulder.
You hit that 100% right. He didn't necessarily get hit. It wasn't the impact of the hit that caused the injury. It was more so the impact of him hitting the ground.
Right.
And the way in which he hit the ground. So I know Eagles fans is kind of on the fence right now. They don't know how serious the injury is. They ain't really going to the substantial details of it. But, if they don't win, they got a reason. They got an excuse now.
Hey. This point of the year, man, we're beyond excuses. Just win, baby, like Al Davis used to say.
Absolutely. Brock Purdy, man. Brock Purdy showed up week 15. He started the game on Thursday night. He was 11 for 11. You know what I'm saying? He looked like he belonged. And I ain't just talking about Brock Purdy because I'm a 49er fan. I'm talking about Brock Purdy because he deserved to be talked about. He did a great job to be in the position he's in. He was Mr. Irrelevant, 3rd on the depth chart. He came in the game after both our quarterbacks broke their damn foot and made the team better, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? It's weird because a lot of the throws he make, he's so poised in the pocket that a lot of the throws he make, these players are wide open.
And I'm glad you said that because I wanted to touch on that. Mm-hmm. They're wide open not because of how poised he is in the pocket, but the scheme and which the patterns that they're running. It's like he's throwing it. I can make these throws. You can make these throws. It's like, but sometimes defenses overcompensate for who they're playing against. Like sometimes they overthink or overscheme. Mm-hmm. Right? We try so hard to take away something that we don't account for this.
Right.
And it leaves that wide open because a lot of those plays are just blown coverages. They are 2 players jumping on Kittles and Brandon Ayuk streak wide open. Mm-hmm. 2 people jumping on Christian McCaffrey and Kittles jump wide open. 2 people jumping on Brandon Ayuk and Christian McCaffrey jump wide open. It's like nobody is on the same page. And it's kind of funny because I don't know if you've seen the interview with Deion Sanders when he was on Shannon Sharp show.
When he showed his toe?
Yeah, that show. But it's in the same show. He mentioned how he had to steal on one of his 49ers DBs.
Why?
Because they was playing a shell 2 coverage with help over the top. And Deion said, well, I don't need help over the top because I'm always playing trail technique. So if you don't help me over the top, it look like I got beat.
Right.
So he said, boom, the play happened. The safety not where he was at, it looked like he got beat over the top. Right? Even though the play ain't connect or whatever the case may be, it looked like I got beat over the top. So I said, hey, man, do your job. And he said, man, don't worry about me. I got this. He said, we watching film. The shit happened again. Second time it happened. I said, hey, man. I told the coach. He said, I told the coach first, coach, I don't like this coverage, man. Look like I'm getting beat over the top if the safety ain't doing his job. Look like I'm getting beat. Mm-hmm. He said, hey, man, do your job. He said, the man say, I got this. Deion say, I said,
oh, my God.
He said, the man said, I'll sue you. He said, hey, man, well, if you're going to sue me, then I might as well go ahead and whoop you all the way. But that's what I'm saying. It looked like it was just blown coverage after blown coverage after blown coverage. Like the safety is not doing his job.
Right, but I think my biggest thing about that, which it's most likely blown coverage, but I feel like the scheme is causing the blown coverage.
Yeah, the scheme definitely. That's why I say I give credit to the scheme. Brock Purdy kind of offers a combination of both quarterbacks that was lost due to injury. He can run, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He can throw.
I think the biggest thing about the scheme is that, again, people don't expect Brock Purdy to take on what he's taking.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
However, if you look at what's built around him, then you look at the team as defensively and the weapons offensively. And like I say, he offers a little bit of both quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
He can run the ball. He can throw the ball. However, he offers something that neither one of them did. He can throw the ball deep. With accuracy. So the question is, how did you have this man third string this whole time?
Because he's a rookie.
Is it politics?
I think it's the rookie aspect.
So that's politics. Because if we're watching these people all preseason, leading up to the season, we got to see that, okay, this man might be, he offers something different than both of these guys.
Okay. But do you think they saw that, like, in him, like they took the time to see that in him?
That's the thing. I don't think they took the time to see it in him.
Yeah, that's the difference maker. So, but we'll see. We'll see. Right now, he's getting more attention than I think he expected to get, and I don't want that to be a Achilles heel. You know what I'm saying? So, hopefully, our defense is healthy and we good to go. But with that said, let's keep going. The Detroit Lions, they improved to 7-7 with the win over the Jets. Right now the NFC East is like they got all the playoff spots that's left. But Detroit is climbing, and you got the Eagles and the Cowboys about to play. Who the Giants play this week? Minnesota, and then you got the Commanders playing San Francisco, which means somebody in that division gonna lose.
It don't mean that. One of the Dallas and Philly both already locked in. Dallas clinched when we beat Washington, and Philly already clinched. So one of them can lose. It don't make a difference.
Right. One of them gonna lose.
Yeah.
But
they could tie.
Oh yeah, they could tie. But the Giants and the Commanders, they got a tough feat in front of them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And so I think this is gonna say a lot, even though y'all bypassed the Commanders at this point. But it's gonna say a lot about y'all. It's gonna say a lot about them and how they stand up. Somebody not gonna make it, and I think this weekend we're gonna see who it's gonna be.
I personally got Minnesota making it. I mean, not Minnesota, but Detroit making it.
Over who though? The Commanders?
Yeah, probably so. I mean, it could be us, to be honest, but I don't see us losing out.
Right.
We'll have to lose out.
Yeah.
Really, for them to leapfrog us. But they beat us. Detroit beat us, and they beat Washington.
Damn,
right?
Detroit.
So my thing was, and I spoke to a Commander fan, my good brother, Fu, and I told him that tie helps both of us because the tie is not a loss, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if we were to win out and Washington were to win out, right, that tie would help us. And if Washington were to lose one, then win the next two, if they lose to San Francisco, win the next two, and Detroit lose one of their last two, they get in because
of that tie.
Right. Because they have 7 losses instead of 8.
Right.
Right. But I think Detroit is just playing good football.
That they figured like something is clicking with them to a point that Jared Goff is showing up.
And they got the easiest schedule remaining out of all of us.
Which
is not that easy because they still got division opponents.
Oh yeah, and division games is seem to be fought harder than the regular season game for some reason.
Right.
All right. Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow beat the GOAT. He showed up. And once again, Tom Brady looked, I'm going to use the term clueless. right? And the cluelessness comes from he don't know what more he needed to do. He don't know, as far as he looked like he just like, yo, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? But they still number one in their division. Do you think that they gonna make it to the playoffs?
Yeah, they'll win the division. Nobody in the division is trying to win the division.
It do seem that way.
So if I'm gonna roll my dice, I'm gonna roll them on Tom Brady.
Wow. And it's crazy. This is crazy to me, right? No matter how trash Tom Brady play, everybody is gonna still roll the dice on him. I mean, like don't matter.
But it's not a matter of how trash he's playing. It's a matter of you got Andy Dalton, you got Sam Darnold, and you got Atlanta down to a rookie playing quarterback. And they all trailing Tom Brady.
Right.
That's what it boiled down to. It's not that I'm not ready to give up on Tom Brady. It's the fact that nobody else in the division has anything that I feel like is a threat to Tom Brady.
Well, I think the other thing is that Tom Brady don't got nothing that's a threat to them right now.
Why? All he got to do is beat one of them.
Right. But he still got to beat one of them. And the problem
and he's done that over and over and over again. They can't beat him. Yes. I'm talking about the teams that's in his division.
Right. Has he beat everybody in his division?
Well, he didn't beat Carolina the first time. But he beat New Orleans and he beat Atlanta.
I just know that downward spiral is clear right now.
Right, but that's why I'm saying everybody in the division is on a downward spiral. And let me ask you a question.
So he the best worst team in the division.
Right. If you had a chance, if you put everybody in the hat and you say, all right, these are the teams. This team has the best record and they got Tom Brady, right?
Uh-huh.
This team got a rookie quarterback. This team got Andy Dalton, and this team got Sam Darnold. Without looking at anything else, who you gonna take?
Based on what I know right now?
Yeah.
The Panthers.
No. This is what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't know none of that, and you say the Panthers got Sam Darnold, right?
Okay, so if I don't know nothing that
right, you don't know, you ain't watched none of that, but you just know the quarterback situation, and you know that the team with Tom Brady is the team that's in the league.
Okay, I got you. I mean, I'm gonna take Tom Brady.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying they're the best team. I'm saying they're in the best position.
Right. Okay. That makes sense. I just know, looking at the last couple of games for Tom, it ain't been good.
Right. Because I think everybody in the division lost last week.
Right.
Damn near.
And it's crazy because
Carolina lost to Pittsburgh.
It seemed like that Tom Brady and them is getting worse.
Yeah.
It don't seem like they improving anything. Like, they not pinpointing the issues and going in and, fixing the issues. They just going every week and doing the same shit every week. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I don't get it, but
did you see what Peyton Manning said?
No, what did he say?
Peyton Manning said he vote for none of them to make the playoffs and put everybody from the NFC East in the playoffs.
That's funny as shit. But
they need to do something about that though. Like, I don't think because you win your division you should be in the playoffs. I think that best teams in the conference should be in the playoffs.
I don't disagree, but I do feel like it defeats the purpose of having divisions.
I agree with that. Like, we could throw them away. We don't need them. What do we need them for?
Right.
To be honest. Oh my God.
Now that's a difference maker. Like, if they got rid of the divisions, that makes more sense. You know what I'm saying? But as long as it's divisions there,
you got to reward the Division One, right?
Right, exactly.
I agree, but God damn,
I know
these people liable to make the playoffs with 5 wins.
And then it's strange that that's coming from you, Guru, because you're a Giants fan.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And y'all won the Super Bowl twice with like 500 records, right?
Nah, that's cap. No.
Well,
we ain't never had no 500 record and won no Super Bowl.
I ain't gonna say 500 record, but I think one time y'all won the Super Bowl and y'all was 9-7.
Yeah.
Regular season, right?
Yeah, we was good though.
9-7 is not good.
It was good enough to make it.
That's the whole point that I was making.
But what I'm saying is sometimes you're good, but you start off bad like that. Yeah, we started off like 1-3.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And then we won 9 games out of our last what? You feel what I'm saying?
So something clicked for y'all, like
right. We won 9 games out of our last 11 or 12. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's a difference when you play bad consistently over the year. Like you start bad, you start good, 2-1, you end up 2-5, you end up 4-5, you end up 4-6. You know what I mean? Like that's a difference when some teams catch momentum and you can ride that momentum. Right. But when you just play consistently bad, it's like, bro, like what is you doing? And then we didn't win the division. We went in as a wild card.
Right.
Because the rest of the conference was bad. Not our division was bad, and we happened to win the division at 9-7. No, we was a wild card.
And I think that's the other side of it. You know what I'm saying? The wild card side of things. You know, you might got a shitty record and you might win your division, but that don't mean shit.
Right, but you winning your division automatically gives you a home playoff game.
Yeah. I mean, listen.
That is crazy to me. Like you gonna win a division at 7-11, and the team that's in the wild card might be 14-3, and you home. Come on, man. Like NFL, we gotta do something better than that, man. We gotta reward these teams for being better.
Absolutely. I think, like if you think about it, like for instance, take the NFC East, right? Nobody expected that to be what it is. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. You know, each game is played. Your schedule is your schedule, but nobody would expect the NFC East to be as good as they was because of how trash it's been in the past. Not saying that the NFC East is a horrible division because I already know y'all got the most wins and that you know.
Get to the reality that we had a few down years, but every division
had a lot
has
of down years.
No, we had a few.
Y'all had a lot.
We had a few.
Oh well, I mean, all I know is I don't think I've seen y'all division this good
in a long time.
So we'll see. We will see. But Joe Burrow showed up. You know what I'm saying? The Bengals is starting to look like the team to beat in the AFC to me.
And won 6 in a row.
You know what I'm saying? It's weird. They started off so bad, and Joe Burrow, he was running for his life, and it don't even seem like he's running for his life no more. It's
the difference when you got Jamar Chase in the lineup.
Yeah.
And you can win off the line of scrimmage.
It's a hell of a difference because, boy, Jamar Chase showed up last week too. So I'm excited to see, you know, what's gonna happen in the AFC for sure. The NFC, I feel like the playoffs is gonna be all the NFC East. It's gonna be NFC East in the playoffs. None of them gonna make it to the big game. But you know, that's a part of the process.
That's why they play the game.
Exactly. Last week the Texans played. Was it Philly?
Kansas City.
No,
last week they played Dallas.
They gave Dallas a run for their money.
Mm-hmm.
And they did the same thing with Kansas City. They gave them a run for their money. And after a while, you know, you start thinking like, yo, what's going on? The Texans trying to win, but they won't. They won't really.
They're not trying to win. They're just trying to show that they're not tanking.
That's what it is. But we're going to show that we're not tanking.
We're going to act like we're trying to win, but we're going to lose and make everybody think that we were trying to win.
Yeah, we're going to blow the lead. It's Patrick Mahomes and them, so they're going to feel like it's Patrick Mahomes and them that did it. But, I mean, listen, it's crazy that they showing up the way they are and then disappearing the way they are. That looked like something that happened in Philly to me in the NBA. But I ain't going to say nothing about that. Justin Fields, now, Guru, you on record as saying Justin Fields is trash. He going to be trash. But he the best running back they got. He officially go over 1,000 yards rushing as a quarterback. One of the only 3 people to do it, to include Lamar Jackson and Michael Vick, which is the 2 best running quarterbacks in NFL history.
Mm-hmm.
You still feel the same way about Justin Fields?
Which one of them 2 got a Super Bowl?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, I don't pay my quarterback to get 1,000 yards rushing. I pay my quarterback to win football games and be efficient in the passing game. I pay my running back to get 1,000 yards rushing.
Well, when they brought Justin Fields in, they expected him to run.
He's an exciting player, man, and I love Justin Fields. and everything that he does, man, I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm not a hater by a long shot.
Mm-hmm.
I applaud everything he does, but that don't translate into wins in that. They're the worst team in the division.
Right, but that opened up opportunity. That give the coaches something to build around. You know what I'm saying?
But it gives the defensive coordinator something to build around too, because how long does that last?
I mean, if it's sustainable, that's
How long is it sustainable though? Because RG3 did it, and that ain't last.
well. Now you barking up another argument because you asking those questions about how long is it sustainable, but we also wondering why Lamar Jackson ain't paid yet.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But then you look at guys like Jalen Hurts, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what was able to bring him around the curve is the fact that he developed as a pocket passer.
Right.
Part of his development, though, was the fact that he has 2 number 1 wide receivers.
Right.
And a hell of a tight end. You know what I mean? And a hell of a running game.
And he's decisive.
Justin Fields has none of that. Right? So from a schematic point of view, it's going to be easy to scheme against him moving forward than it would be a Jalen Hurts, because Jalen Hurts do got 2 wide receivers and a tight end and a running game.
Let me ask you this: do you think that Justin Fields would be as successful as Jalen Hurts if he played with the Eagles?
Probably not in year 1, because Jalen Hurts wasn't as successful as he was until he learned how to.
But this year 2 for Justin Fields.
No, I'm talking about year 1 in the system.
Oh, okay, I got you.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, it was a whole bunch of question marks surrounding Jalen Hurts at the start of the season.
Right, it was.
But you added A.J. Brown, and that changed the passing game. It made life easier. So now my strength you can no longer scheme against.
Right.
Because I got 2 receivers on the outside I can throw the ball to.
Right. And when you say that now, you really think about it, like Devontae Smith is showing up because of the addition of A.J. Brown.
Right. Devontae Smith was good. He was the Heisman Trophy winner. He was good his rookie year. But you add A.J., and it just adds a total different dimension to the game, because now you can't roll coverage my way. Chicago has none of that.
I'm going to ask this question, and I know the answer, but I'm going to ask anyway, because you think it was a mistake for Tennessee to pass on A.J. Brown?
To give him up that easy?
Yeah. Instead of getting him what he wanted, all that money?
A mistake. It's easy to say that now, right? But
at the
I
time,
think they was looking to go in a different direction. And they see that direction ain't panning out.
Clearly, that direction is they hurt right now. If I was them, I would be hurt because of the amount of production he's able to bring and the way in which he changed that offense.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'd be hurt. I would have some real problems with my team. All right, Guru, tell me this. What was your best moment of Week 15?
Giants over the Commanders.
Oh, man. The controversial game, Giants over the Commanders. I get it. I think mine was that comeback by the Vikings. You know,
that's number 2.
Yeah, that was amazing.
What about the comeback from Jacksonville over Dallas?
That's number 2 on my list. You know what I'm saying?
That's number 3 on mine.
Yeah, that's number 2 because that one, again, I'm watching each game as it's happening. So the way it feels, it's like, yo, no, and when Jacksonville came out, and plus I'm sweating. I'm sweating my live bet that I had made. You know what I'm saying? And by that time, Philly, the Bears had the ball and they had a chance to score. So, you know, I had a cash out option and everything. Cash out was like $80, but it was, you know, the ticket was to win $5 win $1,100 or some shit like that. So it was like, man, whatever. All right, Guru, what player in the league right now do you think is overpaid? The most overpaid. out of all the players who just got paid?
Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson. Why you feel like that? Because of the productivity?
I mean, because you brought him in there for a definitive purpose, and that purpose was not conquered. Like, you look worse than you did last year.
I think my thing is it realistic to have those year one turnaround expectations?
But see, I won't asking them to win the Super Bowl like you was. I just need you to win some games. Like, you lost more games this year than you did last year. You're the same team.
Yeah, but they don't seem like they got the chemistry that they need to have. Like, chemistry go a long way. They started the season with Melvin Gordon. He ain't do shit. They had injuries come from Cortland Sutton. They had injuries come from the ACL tear by the original number one running back. Their offensive line is trash. They defense show up, but to me, I hate to say it like this, but I kind of feel bad for Russell Wilson because he went into a new system, a new coach. Everything about it was new, including his contract. But the expectations didn't change. They expected him to be the Seahawks Russell Wilson, and not realizing that the personnel is different. Everything about the situation he was going into is different. I felt like my expectation was for him to be the Seahawks Russell Wilson. Hell, that's why I picked him to goddamn win the Super Bowl. Or not to win it, but to go. I felt like they was just a quarterback away. But clearly I was wrong about that shit. All right, coming up, we got Rank 'em. We got our trivia question of the day, and then we got the Guru's pick of the day. So we'll be back. BetMoorSports. Go.
It's your boy, Stephen Trotman Bay, a.k.a. the Guru with BetMoorSports. I'm pushing parlays 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. But if you have a problem gambling, call 888-532-3500. And always remember to drink responsibly.
Welcome back to the BetMoorSports podcast. I'm your host, Avery Fuller, with my co-host, Stephen Trotman Bay, a.k.a.
the Guru.
And we got a special guest in the building. None other than the Swami himself. Make sure y'all tune in to the Guru and the Swami podcast. If you don't know, now you know. That's where you get all the locks and all the bread. And if I recall, the Swami was the man last week for sure. So make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe for sure. Right now, we got Rank 'em coming up.
The Swami triggered something in me last week.
Hey.
I ain't put up a bad bet on his site since the Swami gave out that 4-pick lock.
I've been smacking their ass since goddamn Sunday.
Swami triggered. I wake up every morning. All he say is, the motherfucking Guru.
The motherfucking Guru with some head shaking. Thank you.
They be like, thank you. Appreciate it. I'll take it. Shit, I see you post like 5-6 winners straight.
Look, I done hit every day.
We ain't lost since.
I ain't lying, bro.
Friday.
That boy been going stupid.
That's crazy.
Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Hey, make sure y'all pull those winners out. Don't keep
They
it all in there.
They don't go nowhere. They stay logged in forever in case you need them for references.
All right, so this week's Rank 'em come from the world of boxing. Taking some of the best pound-for-pound boxers, and we just want to rank them from first to worst. That list consists of none other than Terrence Crawford, Earl Spence, Gervonta Davis, Devin Haney, and Shakur Stevenson. And we want to know who they side. Swami, since you here, we're going to start with you. Rank them from first to worst. Again, it's Terrence Crawford, Earl Spence, Gervonta Davis, Devin Haney, and Shakur Stevenson.
That's crazy, yo.
It is. It is. It is. I love it.
Hey,
That's
look,
the best part about it.
well, my personal favorite out of all of them, I gotta say he the best, is my man Bud, man. The man been fighting all his life, man. Fight anybody, care. He deserves his respect too. I mean, Lopez, man. And second of that list, gotta go Earl Spence. Spence is a dog. The other three, they ain't in the same weight class, so you know what I mean.
Right.
They like the little pups, you know what I mean. But other little pups, third place, gotta be my man, Gervonta Davis.
Okay.
Love him, man. I love his attitude. He got that old school Tyson power in them goddamn gloves, and he ain't ducking no rep. You know what I mean? Shit. And after that, this is crazy. You know what I mean? I told you. That's probably about top 5 pound for pound right now.
Yeah,
Period.
probably.
Just one person is really, I guess, your personal what you believe in, your preference. You know what I mean? Who you like out of these two, for real. But shit, I'm gonna go with Devin Haney, man. I like Devin Haney a little bit better than Shakur. Shakur is awesome, but like I say, Haney remind me of, like I told you a little earlier, Earl Spence. He just relentless. You know what I mean? That's that old long Felix Trinidad. I'm not gonna stop popping at you. You know what I mean? These things gonna come. I don't know if you gonna take them, but I'm gonna keep coming. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's my top 5, man.
All right. So you got kind of like I had it: Terrence Crawford, Earl Spence, Gervonta Davis, Devin Haney, and Shakur Stevenson.
Yeah. That's what the order you gave them to me, and that's the order they had.
All right, Guru, what you got?
I got Tank, number 1.
You love Tank, boy.
That's my man. No man, Tank. I got Tank. That's my guy. Bud and who else we got?
Spence.
I got Bud and Earl tied. I'm not gonna rank them in any order till they fight.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Cause I'm a Earl Spence fan more than I am a Bud fan, but Bud is a hell of a boxer. You know what I mean?
All right. So you're a realist.
Yeah. Until I see him fight, I can't rank him.
Right. I got you.
And then I got Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson.
Okay. So you got Gervonta Davis, Bud and Spence is tied,
Yeah.
and then Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson.
Yeah.
All right, and I got Bud first, of course. Earl Spence second. But I got Devin Haney third, Shakur Stevenson fourth, and Gervonta Davis. Wow. And
You're a Tank hater.
actually,
Tank will whoop both of them.
I like Bud over all of them.
You gonna whip all
But
No, I'm talking about them
Tank
boys
is
that's
my
in his
second.
them boys that's in his division.
I don't think Tank will beat them.
You don't gotta think he's gonna whoop both of them.
So you got to keep in mind, you got a fighter like Shakur Stevenson who is extremely difficult to hit. The reality is Tank rely on his power way too much.
But you got a guy
If
like
Tank-
Shakur Stevenson who can't hit
Shakur
Tank
Stevenson
and
can't
affect
hit.
him.
Huh?
He ain't gonna hurt
Tank,
he can't
Tank
hurt
is
you.
not going to be able to hit him. Like,
But
no,
when he do,
he's not. That's the whole point. That's how Shakur Stevenson fight. It's Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney are the two closest fighters right now to Floyd Mayweather.
so they the big dogs in that division, not Tank.
No, they're not. No. So the big dog is determined by experience. So they are the two with the least amount of experience.
So who is the big dog?
The big dog is Bud.
No, in that division, in that weight class.
In that weight class, Devin Haney is going to be the big dog. 'Cause he's
Who?
undisputed.
So Tank
got all
not
the
the big
belts.
dog.
No, Tank is one of the big dogs, but he's not the big dog. They're not chasing Tank. Tank is chasing Devin Haney. That's the difference. They don't have to fight Tank. Tank have to fight them.
Shit.
Devin Haney don't got to fight Tank. Devin Haney is the A-side.
Tank
Not
the
Tank.
biggest draw.
Listen. Tank is the biggest draw from a knockout perspective.
No, Tank the biggest draw from a money perspective.
Exactly.
Right. The money side of the draw is based on him knocking people out.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. So he don't have to fight him to get money. Tank gonna get money whoever he fight.
Right.
He's the big draw.
Right. But
They ain't gonna get that money he gonna get in his Garcia fight. Man, one of them niggas never ever until they fight him.
If we talking about money,
They can fight each other and not get that money.
If we talking about money, yeah. But if
I'm just
we are talking
who the
about
big dog in the
boxing,
division.
right, the big dog in the division is
So
that
Tank the worst out of all the bosses in this rank 'em.
in the rank 'em to me out of all the boxes that was listed. Tank is the worst. And it's bad when you got to say he the worst.
It's bad because you a Tank hater, man.
Bro, I love Tank.
You don't, man. You think
bro,
Tank
I
is...
literally love Tank. Tank is my second favorite fighter out this whole list. Literally. Bud is first, and then it's Tank. Literally. But...
Not from our personal conversation. You're a Tank hater, man.
Bro, what have you heard of ever hate on Tank out of everybody?
You say Tank is your man. What's the nigga name? Heavyweight. They got his ass knocked out 10,000 times. To this day.
Deontay Wilder.
Deontay Wilder. Yeah, exactly.
No.
He is exactly Deontay Wilder.
Get the hell out of here.
Never.
Bro, what's Tank record? How many knockouts do Tank got?
But that don't mean you can't box because you got the
Tank
ability to
really-
knock a nigga
yeah,
out.
Bro, but
Tank
Tank,
can be
has not shown the ability to box.
He boxed all them
Bro,
boys.
everybody he's tried to box has literally won that side of the fight against Tank. And Tank
For a
knocked him
little
out.
while.
He fought Leo Santa Cruz. Leo Santa Cruz was winning that fight before he got knocked out.
Not by much. It won them.
He was winning. That's the reality. The reality, whether he was winning by this much or that much, he was outboxing Tank.
But what Tank can do, I can box with you. Because it won't like he was blowing him out. I can box with you. But if you make one mistake, I'll
One
put your
simple
ass
mistake.
to bed.
And it's nothing you can recover
You
from.
can't do that to me.
Right.
Okay, Leo
That's what
Santa
I'm
Cruz
saying.
can't do that to him.
Devin
Okay.
Haney can't do that to him.
Shakur Stevenson can't
Shakur
knock his
Stevenson
ass out.
cannot do that to him.
Bro,
He
you'll
ain't
be
that
surprised.
powerful,
you
bro.
will be surprised. You ain't
And
gotta
I'm a
be-
Shakur
You
fan.
ain't gotta be that powerful to
You
knock
do.
somebody out.
No.
Ain't none of them packing what Tank packing when it comes.
Listen.
If Tank make a mistake and you hit him, he can recover.
Indeed.
If you make a mistake,
It's
you
a-
not recovering from
it's a
Tank.
reason. It's a reason people say that you got a puncher's chance. It's a reason that exists because no matter what,
Indeed.
Tank can get caught and lose his footing
Anybody
and
can
get
get caught.
stopped just from
Right.
losing
Anybody
his foot.
can get caught.
Easy.
So let me ask
Shane
you-
Moore-
let me
Shane Moore
ask you a
caught Floyd Mayweather.
And then they hit him no damn more.
Let me
made
ask
him
you a
buckle,
question. If I'm betting on who gonna knock who out, I'm taking my
That's
money.
if you
I'm
betting
putting
on
my
a
money on
knockout.
Tank.
If I'm betting on a knockout, I'm gonna go with the knockout artist.
But the
that's
chances
like-
of you not making a mistake in 12 rounds is slim to none. Fucking with Tank.
Man.
Man,
It ain't their boxing skills ain't that exceptional. more
all
than
I know
Tank's.
is Tank last 3 or 4 fights, he was losing those fights, and he
Right.
ended them in knockout.
That's
All of them knockout.
that's a personal. That I didn't see it. Even with the Rolly fight, like you say, that's the last really fight he fought.
That Roller, listen, that Roller
Rolly
fight.
is reckless.
If he would have never knocked Rolly out from that punch, Rolly would have won that fight, in my opinion.
Rolly wasn't gonna last no more rounds after that. Rolly was
Rolly
gonna make a mistake.
And Rolly will get every one of them boys you talking about some work.
Right. And Rolly gonna make a
Keyshawn
mistake in
Davis
every
will
one
whoop
of the
Rolly
fight.
ass, in my opinion.
Man, I love Keyshawn, but
Yeah.
Keyshawn better cheer for a second
Keyshawn-
before go fucking with Rolly
listen.
right now. Rolly
Keyshawn-
throw them things in, Rolly
Keyshawn
get
is a
hard.
little different than people think.
Shit,
but
he
he
Keyshawn
just
say he
young.
bitch Rolly.
He did. He did it on live.
Now
Now I'm talking about personally in his face,
Oh,
not on the line.
Cause he a
Damn,
sucker.
He's saying if you don't admit it, nigga, I'm gonna do it again.
hey, reality is, what you gonna do with Norfolk?
That's that. He a
Keyshawn
real
Norfolk
he a
nigga,
real
so-
Norfolk nigga. Yeah, I mean,
I
he's
understand where
different.
that
Yeah, I
come
mean, we ain't got to be in the ring, nigga.
But
You a
Rolly,
sucker-ass
what
nigga.
I'm saying is, I don't know him personally, Rolly. So I know in the ring he ain't no bitch ass nigga,
Of course.
right? But personally, he might be. I don't know him to say he ain't.
He look like he act like
He act like he is.
clipper. Yeah,
He act like a soft ass nigga.
he want attention.
Right.
You know that.
And a
that
nigga that ain't with that extra shit, hey,
Yeah.
goddamn, he gonna man, I was just playing, I was
But
joking this shit.
From that Roller fight, I could see that Tank grew a lot because Roller was trying to get under his skin so bad, boy, and you could tell that it was bothering Tank, but Tank won't gonna let it bother him.
Listen to me. Tank say, look, after I whoop this boy here,
He done walk down the line of who he gonna whoop.
I'm gonna whoop him, and I'm gonna whoop him,
Then I'm gonna whoop you.
and then I'm gonna go on away from here
Then I might whoop all of y'all at the same time
together.
and retire.
Hey, did y'all hear about what Adrian Broner said?
Agent Brown, I goddamn
Sucker.
fool.
Adrian Broner say he is a Hall of Famer.
Not only is he one of the best, he might be the best to ever do it.
Adrian Broner be doing them lines.
Adrian Broner is my kind of guy because he's just trying to sell content right
Clearly.
now. Right.
Clearly, any day they go to his fight with a hairbrush and get his daddy to brush.
Because I guarantee you, if he make a reel and that's his caption, he gonna get 1 million views.
Yeah, you right.
I tell you what though, he was all right before he started all that stupid shit. You did just too much stupid shit, man.
Yeah, listen, he tried to be an entertainer, and I think he take the
Thinking he
joy
was
out
Floyd.
of it.
Floyd is
Right.
a well-oiled machine. man.
Right.
That
Everybody
shit,
can't be
Yeah,
Floyd.
that shit look easy, but that shit ain't
This-
easy what he do.
But it's weird because he one of the few fighters that I seen get that Floyd shoulder roll down, but his pride made him stop using it. You know what I'm saying? His pride, because people used it against him.
Floyd do more than that shoulder roll though.
Yeah, Floyd. Listen, that's why I say Shakur Stevenson is the way he is because he's a very difficult fighter to hit. You know,
Shakur
that's the
Stevenson's
thing
nice,
about
man.
Floyd. Floyd is very difficult to hit. That's why he
the
was
game.
so
You
good.
hit and don't get hit.
Exactly.
Shakur nice,
But
man.
you gotta be able to hit.
What you
back.
think? What you think happens if Tank can't hit Shakur Stevenson? Tank gonna get frustrated. Shakur Stevenson.
Have we seen him get frustrated?
But let me
Absolutely.
say this: if
And what happened?
He caught a lucky shot.
those don't be
How
lucky
they
shots.
lucky shots?
However,
How
I'm
many
gonna say
times
this:
Isaac Cruz, when he fought him, he was frustrated that whole fight.
As a Cruz will frustrate anybody just from his fighting style. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Styles make fights. As a Cruz is a dog.
Exactly.
And them motherfuckers like him, he like a Manuel Marquez type motherfucker. They relentless. You see what I'm saying? Those type of, and he hit hard, and he been boxing all his life. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
exactly.
he ain't scared of nothing. You see what I'm saying?
But imagine
He don't care about taking that blow that Tank might give him.
Right, exactly. And Tank ain't knocked that nigga out. You know what I'm saying? But again, you could see the frustration on Tank in that fight. You know
All
what I'm saying?
bosses get frustrated at goddamn when they can't goddamn get it together
all
right away.
fighters get frustrated.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, you throw a
I
lot
get
of
it.
salt on Tank, man.
no, man. Listen, Tank is my guy, bro. I'm just a realist. I see things. I try to
I
see
am
things from
too.
a realistic perspective.
I do too.
And from a realistic perspective, me understanding the difference between being a puncher and being a knockout artist as opposed to being a boxer. It's a difference when a boxer is in the ring versus a person who's trying to slugfest with you. And when you got a person
That ain't
trying
what
to
he
slug-
do,
But
though.
Tank ain't trying to slug
Yeah,
fest
exactly.
with you.
Right.
Tank is a counterpuncher. He waiting for you
Exactly,
to make a mistake.
Right,
Exactly. It's
right.
different. That's what B-Hop.
I ain't
and
going
that's
out
why
there
he was-
trying to brawl you.
That's why B-Hop was so great.
Let me ask y'all this. Who do y'all think the pressure's on more in a fight against Tank? If Tank is fighting, let's say Tank fights Shakur Stevenson, who do you think the pressure's on more?
It's on
Shakur
Shakur not to make a
Stevenson.
mistake.
And not get his
Because
head
I know,
knocked off.
because Tank know if he make a mistake, Shakur can't hurt him.
listen.
But if you make a mistake, it's going.
I'ma
You
put
going
you
out of
away.
here.
Shakur and Tank are two different fighters, right? But the pressure's going to be on Tank because Tank is the draw. He is the entertainer. He is the person that everybody's looking at to knock his ass out.
Right.
And the reality is,
He is a different
But
breed,
see,
man.
in
That
boxing,
pressure,
but
yeah,
see,
that shit ain't nothing.
that's from a fan perspective. But from him, he just a regular nigga from
Man,
Baltimore
I'm a fighter, nigga. I knock
that'll
niggas
knock
the fuck
anybody out. That's
Man,
what.
listen,
That's
I've
you
been
know what I
knocking-
mean.
I've been
that shit
knocking-
sound good.
Listen
but
to me, he
that
been
nigga been
boxing
fighting
for
all
a
his
long
life.
time.
Right.
Right.
So he ain't just a regular nigga from Baltimore.
What I'm saying
He's
is,
a
far as
fighting ass-
fighting,
his whole life.
he
fighting
ain't
that
looking
nigga.
at it like I'm the big draw. I can't make a mistake because if I lose, everybody expect to see me win. Nah, he's
No.
a nigga from Baltimore that made
No,
it out.
it's the
that know
pressure.
he can knock anybody out.
So,
And,
so
I ain't
you,
ducking no rep.
you got to keep in mind that he ain't looking at himself as just a nigga from Baltimore that made it out. That shit is over. He was that when he first started.
I don't know. Mike Tyson looked at himself this same way to now.
Exactly.
Listen,
And
Mike
Tank is
Tyson
the closest that
mentally
Mike
retarded.
I can see.
Huh?
Tank might be a little mentally
Yeah,
retarded.
Tank.
too.
He might
Tank
might
whoop
be.
anybody. Tank whoop his old lady, whoop whoever he fighting in the ring and everything.
Stop
Tank
playing
don't
with
care.
him.
Yeah,
Stop
Tank
playing
don't care.
with him.
Exactly.
I seen Tank at the fight, grab his old lady by the hand, drag her ass out that ring. Like, Tank don't care
Damn,
about none
at
of
the
that
fight?
shit. Yeah. Front row. Bitch, don't play. Excuse my language, but don't play with me.
That
Don't get too
shit
comfortable.
is
Yeah,
deep.
better not get too
I ain't
comfortable.
never seen that one. God
You
damn.
ain't never see that highlight.
Hell no.
Man, Tank dragged the
He
girlfriend.
called it a
that
highlight.
Tank dragged the girlfriend the goddamn front of the arena.
That is,
It was like she was talking, and he said something like, "Yo," for her, and he signaled for her to shut the fuck up. She kept talking, and that was it.
come on, let's
Man
go for
was
this
up
ride.
on his feet.
Hey,
Going for this ride.
Yeah, come on,
go
come on.
for
You
it.
don't want to shut up? You want to show off? I'm
I'ma show you this.
gonna make you famous.
that is funny as
Yeah,
shit.
but so when you do stuff like that, it made me think you just think that you're a regular nigga from Baltimore that made it.
Yeah.
You don't think that you're a superstar that, you know what I mean?
All eyes is on.
That is
Yeah, you don't
mental
care about none of that
retardation.
shit.
Like that's he got a PR team. They need to do something about that.
That's why he was on
Man.
that goddamn Zoom call. Like, really, I don't care about these niggas. I done tell these niggas I done fuck both these niggas up. When I
Man.
see them, after I whoop this young in here, I got to see both of them now. You know what I mean?
I would love to see that though. You know, he got that fight coming up in April with Ryan Garcia.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to seeing that because number one, I want to knock Ryan Garcia ass out.
He's gonna do it.
Yeah.
But Ryan Garcia punches hard as he do,
No, hell no.
Listen.
Don't nobody in that division punch as hard as he do.
bruh.
Young,
Ryan Garcia punch hard.
you seen
But
young.
when you say as
see
hard
why-
as he do,
you tripping.
bro, you seen some of this man knockouts?
I get it. I get it.
That man got
They
uppercut
whole
of the
souls
year.
would leave their body when he hit them, man.
I seen a man hit a man with an uppercut. That's the hardest punch I ever seen
See, my
anybody
life.
hit
Yeah,
at on any
that
weight
shit was
division.
flush. If anybody land that punch flush, whoever they hit, they can knock the fuck
Everybody
out.
can't. Why everybody ain't knocking niggas out like that? Then
Because everybody don't got the skill set. It's a skill set.
okay,
Right.
that's
So
but
a
don't
big-
say he's just a slugger. Then that say what he says a skill set.
Being a slugger is a skill. Deontay Wilder, his skill set is being a slugger. That's literally his skill. If Deontay Wilder don't knock people out, what's his record? If every fight he's in, go to the scorecards. How many of those fights
They
do he
not the
win?
same.
Huh?
They ain't the same.
What you mean they ain't the same?
Deontay and Tank, they ain't nothing the same.
What's-
Other than they both got
What's
knockout
different
power.
about him?
Tank can really box.
Tank ain't showed that he can really box yet. That's all I can say.
I ain't really seen him
fight-
not be able to box.
That's what I said.
Any fight I've seen Tank get in there to try to box, that fight he's losing, and that fight results in him knocking.
I've
What-
seen
what-
Deontay Wilder not show his ability to box.
Exactly. Tank
On
is like
numerous
you say,
occasions,
Tank
even in
is a
fights that he's won.
Counter puncher. That is a skill set.
I could dig it. What happens when two counter punches in the ring, and one counter puncher is known for knocking people out, and the other counter puncher is known for being a counter puncher and moving and not knocking people out?
The one that don't move and can't knock people out,
Who-
better not get hit.
Who is the pressure on?
The nigga that
The
can't knock
one
people
who
out.
can't knock people out,
How's
bro.
the pressure on the one
Because
who can't
you-
knock people out?
Because Avery, listen to what you're saying.
Exactly. Make it make sense.
If me and you in the ring, right, and I know that I can't hurt you with none of my punches, but I know that if I make any mistake, you gonna knock me out. The pressure's on me not to get hit. That's just
I'm talking about as far as the fight side of it.
right. From
The
a
pressure-
fight side of it, I'm coming in there. I can't let this man connect flush on me because I know it might be the end of me.
That's a fact for anybody, though.
But that's what we talking about.
Right. Listen, what I am speaking in regards to is more so surrounded around who is the pressure on in the fight to carry the fight in general. The pressure on to carry the fight is the person who's the knockout artist. When you got two
when you
people,
say pressure to carry the fight,
I don't think when you a
Absolutely.
boxer, man, you in the ring, you thinking about that. You
That
thinking
don't-
about
yeah.
you thinking about what you know and what your
we are
capabilities
talking
are.
about the same
You're
nigga
not
who in
thinking
the middle
about
of
the
the
money.
fight is yelling to the niggas on the side of the ring versus paying attention to the person in the ring fight.
because he don't give a fuck about that weak
Everybody
shit.
do
nigga.
that, bro. When you reach a level of greatness and
And
you
he
feel
a
like your
different nigga.
competition
Yeah,
don't threaten you.
And he a different type breed, man. You know what I mean?
You seen Keyshawn Davis goddamn do a crossover in Madison Square Garden because he knew that the person he was fighting wasn't a threat to him.
His professionalism might not be.
The man did a
greatest
between the
ever
legs and
of
behind the
some
back
other-
dribble with his boxing gloves
Yeah.
in the middle of a fight.
But he great. When you great like that, you can do shit like that.
And so
you seen your homeboy Sweet Pea do a bunch of shit that you don't never see nobody do because I feel like the person I'm fighting ain't a threat to me.
And they can't get away with this shit.
I mean, that recklessness, to me, that's reckless. But you got people who get knocked out for being reckless.
Yeah. Sweet Pea done it.
Yeah.
Roy Jones done it.
Exactly.
Roy Jones definitely done it. Good Lord.
It happens.
And Roy Jones was one of the baddest men in that motherfucker.
He was.
Showmanship go a long way, man. I just, I feel like Tank hasn't shown that significance in comparison to the people that we comparing them to.
Shakur don't want that rack right now.
No.
I don't think Shakur ready for it, but I feel like Shakur's skill set will take that fight to the scorecard.
Rolly will beat one of them niggas right now.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think Rolly was exposed. I don't think none of them gonna beat.
They can't do it. They can't do what they can't do what you call it do.
Who?
They can't do what Tank do.
They don't got to.
Wow.
Because they are they got more boxing skills in that regard. What do you mean?
Wow. Tank is an ultimate counter puncher. He don't get hit either.
Tank is an ultimate counter puncher. That's
He don't get hit
perfectly
either.
fine.
That's the part of it.
Tank get hit.
He delivers
Tank
more blows
right.
than
He hit more than he get hit.
Exactly.
But I mean, shit.
He know I can take your blow.
See, and that's what I was saying.
If I hit you
because
30
that was
times,
kind of my fighting style. Like,
I'm gonna make you pay.
in order to get one of these off, I'm willing to take your best shot. Cause I know my best shot gonna finish you.
Yeah.
I don't know what your best shot gonna do to me.
Right.
But I'm willing to take it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the risk side of it.
Right, that's the risk side of it. But I know that if I take yours and you don't hurt me the first time, I could take 3-4 more of them. But my one,
I'm gonna make you pay.
I know
Which
is gonna put your ass up out of
Which
here.
results to what I've been saying the entire time is that he's a fucking slugger. That's the whole point. He might be a counter puncher, but he's a counter slugger. That's what he do.
He's just a
he
slugger
relies
that
on slugging.
can
He
knock
just
your ass
got
out
got
in
bricks on his
boxing.
wrist, man.
Yeah.
Everybody
And
don't
they
got
a little
that shit.
snap on his wrist that's a little different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey. Well,
That left hand a little something serious, boy.
Serious.
we'll definitely see.
And Tank 2 times smaller than me, and I don't even want to get hit by one of them
I don't
motherfuckers.
wanna
left.
get hit by
I
that
ain't gonna lie to
motherfucker
you.
either,
Might
that
shoot
little
Tank ass.
See, I watched some.
Heat rocks.
I watched some videos with Ryan Garcia. Dude, it's like a prank.
Garcia get Shakur Stevenson some work.
But why did Ryan Garcia opt out of his next fight? Like, you don't need no tune-up work. You gonna focus straight on Tank.
I think that's. I mean, I don't think it was a bad idea for him because
His last fight, he caught a blow. He catch a blow like that one time, he going to sleep.
I don't think me. You gotta sharpen your skills. You gotta stay sharp. Like, you don't want to be laid off and not in the ring fighting, and then say, "Hey, I'm gonna fight Tank."
And I get it, but I mean, sometimes it's kind of like that kid at Ohio State that decided not to play in the playoffs. I'm gonna protect the bag over everything. The bag is what matters. And you think he gonna get more money from that fight that he could potentially lose the bag against Tank? Because if he lose that fight, he ain't fighting Tank.
Right.
Tank don't give a fuck. Tank like, bro, even if I lose this fight, you gonna still want this fight with me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's a difference, but I get it. And Tank is my guy. I just I speak things from a realistic standpoint, and I base it off of what I see.
I don't believe.
All I seen is Tank when he boxing with niggas.
All you see is Tank.
He's boxing.
All you see is Tank not lose and no better.
Okay, it happens. Everybody lose though.
Everybody don't.
Or they quit just in time to not lose.
I don't know.
That's how it generally happens.
He beat everybody. Who was there left for him to beat? But every time they left.
Well, guess what? When you run out of stuff, you know what Terrence Crawford did when he beat everybody in the division and won all the belts? He went right up to the next division.
How many times did he go up? How many times did Floyd do that? Floyd did the same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. So when you beat everybody in the division, if it ain't nobody else for you to fight, move the fuck up. Fight them niggas.
He done fought 50 motherfuckers.
Who? Floyd.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about Tank.
He on his way.
If it ain't nobody else fun to fight, move up.
We ain't talking about Tank in his fight. He got 2-3 niggas.
When we
you
just
fight.
talking about Tank?
No, we was talking about period. You was talking about.
You were saying they want nobody for him to fight.
No, I ain't saying want nobody for him to fight. He got all them fools to fight in that division. He got a whole bunch of them niggas in there to fight. You can bring goddamn.
That's the hottest division right now.
You can bring goddamn.
Everybody who is somebody in that division right now.
You seen what you call the last fight?
Which division?
Division tanking.
135. 131.
I thought the hot division was the division with Bud in them in.
Nah.
Man, ain't really nobody in that bitch but
Bud
Bud
too.
and Earl Spence.
Don't you got the Charlo brothers in there?
Nah, hell no.
They're
a little bigger than him.
Bigger than them.
Both of them?
I think one of them might fight.
One of them looking at trying to fight Canelo. I don't think that fight.
Canelo fluctuate
Yeah,
up and
Canelo
down.
go up and
Yeah.
down.
I thought that Jamel Charlo was a welterweight, and his brother a middleweight.
They still.
Them boys bigger than 135.
Yeah, them.
They in the 140, 150 range.
Bud Crawford ain't fighting.
No, they ain't. I think Bud and them fighting at 147.
Yeah, Bud, yeah. But I'm talking about that
Charlo
135
brothers
range.
fighting, both of them, I think both of them Charlo brothers fight
Yeah.
bigger than that too, though.
Bud gonna have to move up to fight one of them. Which I don't see him not
I
doing.
think he might could fight the younger one. At 140. I don't know if he fight 140.
Yeah, the smaller one. I don't know. I'm looking forward to it all though.
He ain't ducking no wreck either though.
Yeah, he not.
Who?
Not.
Bud.
Nah.
No,
I
Bud.
don't know. He
Listen.
might be ducking Earl.
No, Bud ain't ducking her.
Somebody ducking somebody.
Listen,
They trying to play Bud. Man.
reality is they if
They didn't even want to show Bud the goddamn. He decided he was like, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna take the money up front, but goddamn, just tell me how much on the back end is the back end. They don't even want to disclose the numbers and shit like that.
Just split the money.
Exactly.
exactly 100%.
Y'all got a lot of. Y'all got all the money already. I'm sure y'all niggas ain't hurting for no money.
Right.
So take a split.
Split the money.
And
Because
fight.
it's gonna be the biggest draw in boxing to date.
That's why I hope they don't wait until, it done drew down and died down and, kind of, again, like Floyd and Pacquiao did where it don't matter.
It's good now though. Goddamn, it gave time for Spence to heal. You know what I mean? Because if Bud would have whooped him right after the accident, it would have been used as an excuse and shit. You know what I mean? So.
But yeah, I don't think Earl can beat Bud, man. I think
I don't know.
It'll be a good one.
I think Earl is a chopper, but I think it's also one of those things that
Bud
is precise with his punches.
I seen Earl
Earl
get
precise with his punches.
Yeah.
But Bud is precise with his punches, and Bud got a longer reach.
Ain't
I think it's a difference maker when, goddamn Bud also can switch stance.
I think it's gonna be one of the greatest fights we see.
Absolutely.
I just think they need to get to it.
Yeah, I agree.
They need to get to it, man. Like, stop playing.
And two motherfuckers, they ain't ducking no rats for real. Both of them ain't scared, so goddamn, ain't gonna be no playing.
See, but this a matter of when you let your management team get in the way of the sport.
Mm-hmm.
That's that boxing shit.
But you got to kind of, from a business perspective, you got to do things strategic.
Right, but from a business perspective, this going to be the biggest draw for both of you at this point in time. So if we split this pot, it's still going to be
all that's going to eat good.
More than what we going to get fighting goddamn the cab driver that Bud just fought.
I
think it's a difference, though, when the cab driver, that's funny shit.
It's for a nigga driving Uber.
Everybody worry about goddamn with the A side. I want to be the A side.
Yeah, I think that's because the A side pretty much get the higher percentage.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But I feel like, bro, do it for the sport, man. Do it for the sport.
Do it for the fans, for the culture.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and then I can.
Pacquiao Mayweather took too long for it to be. You know what I mean?
I can get Bud perspective now. Pacquiao and Mayweather, it did take a long time, but in a way, from a financial standpoint,
it's some old school Hagler Hearn shit right here. You know what I mean?
They drug us on for years, and then by the time we finally got it, we was willing to pay whatever for it.
Right, but see, that's still the same thing because Floyd Mayweather was still the draw. But Floyd Mayweather was like, look, this the most money you going to ever make fighting me.
Right.
Nigga, I can make this money going to fight whoever.
Anybody.
Right. You not going to make this money fighting me.
That's the difference.
That's not the case in Bud and Earl Spence because they're going to stand to both make the most money fighting each other.
Right. Hence why Bud went and took that other fight because the mentality is, I ain't got time for this shit.
Right,
You know what I'm
I
saying?
understand that, and I ain't mad at that.
He took that shit at home in his home.
But that's what I'm
safe,
saying.
Where he knew I'm gonna go and say this people,
Right.
other people gonna come see me.
And they, you know, they tried to say Earl Spence the draw, but is it really? Because
No, neither one of them is the draw in
Bud
this
is
fight.
number 1 pound for pound.
That's what I'm saying. Neither one of those two fighters in this particular fight are the biggest draw.
Okay.
Floyd Mayweather, no matter who he fought, he was the biggest draw.
I don't know.
You're not going to make the type of money you're going to make fighting Floyd Mayweather unless you fight Floyd Mayweather.
Who was Earl Spence last fight?
Cab driver. Bud for the Uber driver. Earl for the cab driver. Earl fought Wild Man Jack.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's
Wild Man Jack. What Wild Man Jack name, man? He go in there and just swing wild and fight wild. He done been in 99,000.
Sean Porter.
Yeah. Been in 99,000 title fights and been knocked out 98,000 times.
no, he only got knocked out once.
Well, he got whooped 98,000 times.
He got knocked out by
He
Bud.
whooped a couple people.
Yeah. He was good, but
absolutely.
He's a journeyman ass.
yeah,
whoopper.
he a journeyman.
He-
It's
he-
time for him to retire, which he did.
He tried, you know what I'm saying? He just and he
And Earl pieced him up.
even he said that
Bud pieced him up.
Boy pieced him up too.
Bad.
Bud stopped him. He the only nigga that ever stopped him.
He said he told his daddy to tell.
Yeah,
And then
he shook his
goddamn
head like
gave his daddy to sit and get me out of here.
You know, Spence dropped him in like the 11th or 12th, and I think Bud dropped him in like the 6th. But from his mouth, he said that Bud hit harder. You know, which
Yeah, Bud is probably the most powerful puncher in that division.
Bud got them skills.
But
overall.
Earl got skills too. Like,
Yeah, absolutely.
Ain't don't sleep on him, man.
Yeah, no.
No, hell no. Listen, if we compare them, Bud and Earl is like, goddamn, Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes.
Negative.
Ain't a good comparison either.
I'm just
Mahomes is
I'm just
light
comparing.
years ahead of goddamn.
I'm just comparing two great quarterbacks.
No, they're
Right now,
not.
this season, they are two of the great quarterbacks in the league.
I like Josh Allen.
Not too many people ahead of them when you all balls that. If you
Ain't nobody
if you
ahead
mention
of
your top 5, Josh Allen not in it.
Of course,
Yeah.
Josh Allen is great.
That's what I'm saying.
But Patrick Mahomes is at the top.
yeah,
Without a question.
yeah. He gonna. I mean,
I don't know what the pause was for.
It's some question in there. Don't get it
Where?
twisted.
Where?
Jalen Hurts playing better than him this year.
Shit.
Jalen Hurts not playing better than Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, no.
This year, maybe.
Perhaps. That's arguable.
Oh, of course. Oh,
No, that's not.
gonna
No,
be.
nobody else.
I would have said Joe Burrow before I said Jalen Hurts.
Well, I just picked somebody. that's
Joe
playing better
Burrow.
than him.
Joe Burrow had a couple weeks. He was on some
Yeah,
bullshit.
but Joe
too.
Burrow undefeated against Pat Mahomes, so I gotta
Yeah,
weigh
he
that
is.
factor in too.
He is.
I give you that.
Man, you ain't never beat me. I can't say you better than me.
Yeah.
Don't give a damn what the fans say,
That's
what
how
the
it-
critics say, nigga. I'm undefeated against you.
Nigga,
You
you
can't
ain't-
say you better than me.
You ain't better than me, motherfucker.
Straight up. All right. Let's get to our trivia question. We had 2 people answer correctly last week, so they'll be getting
So we had 2 weeks in a row somebody answer correct? You gotta get the first people they swag bag.
well, you know,
people looking at us like we ain't getting out what we say we getting out.
two
Wolf
people in a row answered it, but one person answered it both times.
No, we can't keep getting the same people the same goddamn. No, we ain't.
You over there
You only,
point shade.
you only,
That's
goddamn,
nobody else.
you only get
listen,
one time.
Inside
If that
information.
person is the only person that's taking the time to answer
I
the
understand.
question, you know what I'm saying?
But 2 times is the limit. We ain't getting you the same because you can get the same shit. 3 times you gonna have the same hat, same Mike Hard lemonade, same goddamn.
Well, you just give them a different color shirt.
Yeah, different shirt, but we gonna stop that, man. Look, if your ass win in 1 or 2 weeks, you don't keep answering. Let somebody else win.
You know who winning, right?
I know one of them is my mama. That's all she do. That's all she do is sit on the goddamn podcast and on Google.
That's funny.
When I seen her answer who scored the most time, I said, man, I know she Googled this.
Quick.
Immediately she ain't got nothing else to do. Mom, stop answering all the questions. Let's somebody else win.
She get it. She get it right. All right. This week's trivia question is: what is the second most points scored in a game by Kobe Bryant? That should be fairly easy. But again, the second
Google, here
most
they
points,
come.
the second most points scored in the game by Kobe.
I know this one.
Make sure you put your answer in the comments. First two answers will win a swag bag. With that said, it's been a great afternoon. We got the Swami coming in the building. You know, we sitting here, we talking boxing. I love boxing. Make sure y'all check us out again at betmoorsports.com. Guru got those locks for the rest of the month for free.
Yeah, football.
Only football.
Not every goddamn
That's
sport
it.
now.
Oh,
If your ass was tuned in Thursday night, I gave you a 3-pick lock. College football was the winner. NFL was the winner. So there will be no Guru's pick of the day because you get it for free.
Exactly.
And you got the Guru and the Swami.
Like, we can't get it to you twice.
So the pick of the day will come back after New Year.
It'll be a new year.
And you
January
should be
15th,
up by
it's gonna be
then. By
litty.
then, because like I said, I gave you a 3-pick lock for free today.
Hey,
Swami gave you a 4-pick lock last week on the Guru and the Swami for free, so you should be up. So come January, I don't want to hear why you're not subscribing.
and look, post the winners in the comments too. I want to see some of y'all
Yeah,
winners.
post
You know
these
what I'm
winners.
saying?
They be posting them on Facebook
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
okay,
and Instagram.
okay, good. Well, post them on YouTube. All right, with that said, man, hey, it's been a good show. We'll see y'all next year for the Bet More Sports podcast. I'm
Next
assuming.
year or next week? We're doing it next week?
Oh, yeah, we'll see y'all next week then. It won't be next year.
Yeah. I mean, one more before next year.
One more. All right, with that said, we'll holler at y'all next week. We out of here. Peace.
Till next time.